What's going on, everybody? Josh Carter, Gobi Recon. Today I'm going to show you my 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon. There's a lot going on. Explain why I did it and what I chose. So on the front, you got your standard ARB classic stubby bumper. Provides impact protection on the grill. Nice winch cradle. It's got my Warren winch tucked in with synthetic rope. Kind of keep it safe if there's any recoveries. And then we have Baja Design LP9s in amber. Live out in the country, a lot of deer, so I like to run them, but still make it safe. If a driver were to come across me on the road, I don't blind them. I can have a little bit of freedom to turn the ambers off. For oncoming traffic. Down below, we got an additional skid plate, then a small LED light bar for low light conditions. Then on the axles, we've re-geared to 513s and then put AEV diff covers to protect those gears. Suspension wise, we're running a Dobson 70mm suspension and it paired with Falcon adjustable shocks. For tires, we're running a 37 by 1250 17 Nitto trail grappler on a Method 17" by 9 wheel. And then what's hidden underneath here is an upgraded power brake 6-piston caliper with upgraded slotted rotors to help our stopping power when towing or just in daily traffic. Up top, we got a Midland 5 dB antenna for our GMRS radio that we use for trail communications. We have a pair of Baja Squadron Pros that are angled off to the side to help find camp late at night for late roll-ins. On the other side, we have an AEV snorkel to help keep dust down on the intake filter. For rocker guards, we have CBI Overland rocker guards that gives us a decent step, don't stick out too far, but it has full coverage underneath the Jeep if we were to land on a rock that could impact the body. For overlanding camping equipment, we decided to go with JLU Cab with their canopy and then paired with a JLU Cab Gen 3 tent for when it's just myself going on trips or the wife and I when we don't have the little one and we need our camping trailer. For the Gen 3 tent, we really are impressed with its 4-season capabilities. The tent's double walled and has insulated floor and roof. So we can camp down into the colder temperature without too much additional heating requirements. So we don't have to run a Mr. Buddy. We can just run a 12-volt heated blanket and a down blanket on top and be comfortable down into the low 20s into the teens. On top of the tent, we mounted a Renogy 160-watt solar panel that feeds into our dual battery system that's fed or controlled by a Red Arc BC to DC 1225 that while we're driving, it charges a secondary battery with input from the alternator. And then when we're set up for camp, as long as we're facing good sunlight, the solar panel keeps the batteries topped off when we're stationary. We've also added on an JLU Cab shower cube. This is convenient for showering, restroom, or change room when going to the beach or getting ready for other occasions where we don't have the decency of a bathroom. On the side canopy cupboard, we've attached a Blue Ridge Overland Gear Velcro panel with some Velcro pouches that we keep bug spray and common use camping goodies. Down below it, we've used the Blue Ridge Overland Gear glove dispenser. We can use these gloves cooking, cleaning, working on the Jeep, or if needed, like first aid. They're quick and easy to grab. We'll also keep some binoculars in here, some pod lights. We have another pouch that has toiletries in it, and then we have the IFAK kit for your general cuts, scrapes, minor boo-boos, along with some scissors and a little Bluetooth speaker for camp tunes. So coming around to the back, Have a lot going on. Up top, I keep a small aluminum table for setting up for camp to either cook on or eat on. Have a set of max tracks held in place by some GP factor mounts. I also have handy a fire extinguisher and a small hatchet if need be. I got a shovel and a little bit larger camp axe in the back. I have an ARB drawer that I keep all of my tools and first aid kit in. I have a range of Blue Ridge Overland gear bags. So here I have the large first aid kit for major medical events. I have the air down kit for airing down and airing back up with all my hoses. And then I have the large tool bag with all of my tools located in that. And then I have a variety range of pouches with spare parts, tent stakes, and some bungees and tie down straps. On top of the drawer, I got an IFAK tilting fridge slide with my ARB fridge mounted on top. It tilts down so that you can gain access to the full fridge all the way down to the bottom. You don't have to stand on your tippy toes. Keeps the wife nice and happy. And then coming around to the other side, I keep Blue Ridge Overland gear toe strap bag handy. And then I keep a nice little grass mat if the tent ladder is in the dirt. I have a cozy piece of artificial grass to step on and not get my feet dirty. I keep my shadow awning walls down in here if I be anywhere that has weather moving in, or if I'm gonna be stationary for a couple nights, I can deploy my awning and add the walls and have kind of like a secondary protected room out of the elements. For camp shade, we run the IFAK shadow awning, 270 degrees of shade, legless. It is super convenient with quick deployment. So if you need some quick shade for sun, rain, you can just unzip it, walk it around, attach it. Or if the wind picks up, it's one person job to pack it back up. With the family, we carry a toddler on one side and a dog on the other. So the back doors get destroyed either with dog prints and dog slobber or milk, Cheerios, and snacks on the other side. We found these thin skin door coverings that pop off, easy to clean, but protect the leather on the doors that pop right on. So in the back, we have the Headrest Storage Bag that we use for camera gear and gimbals. And then up top, we have the Blue Ridge Overland gear JLU Storage Attic that we've put into our Gladiator for jackets, rain jackets, sweatshirts, depending on the season. And then in the center, we've used a Blue Ridge Overland gear seat back panel kind of for our toddlers' entertainment or supplies. So we have an extra pair of clothing, then we have snacks, and then we have any type of charging cables that his devices or toys need to keep him happy while he's riding in the back seat. In front of him, we keep another seat back panel with a water bottle holder and a small little pouch so he can keep his reading material, and an extra backup dinosaur if we were to lose one to keep him happy. Up top, we have a Vector off-road channel for mounting different devices. It uses a 20mm ball that you can adapt 67 design arms to. So we use one for his tablet that we can swing into the way, and we have two additional balls that we can swing out and put GoPros for in-cab views, or if we have a secondary passenger in the back seat, they can also put a tablet or a phone holder up top. On the C-pillar, we have a little Molle panel that holds a secondary flashlight, an extra Midland GMRS radio, and then Elements fire extinguisher for any type of vehicle fire that we might need where we need quick access to. Inside, we have a couple different components that we rely on heavily when we're traveling. The first one is our Garmin Overlander that we use for on-road and off-road navigation. We pair that with the inReach Mini for when we don't have cell signal. We can use satellite communication to check back with any family at home or for trip location tracking. All those devices are mounted on a 67 design rail, so we can adjust placement, layout. We also have a phone mount so that our phone's quick and easy to access. Up top, we use a Garmin dash cam to record if there was any accidents in front of us. A little bit higher, we have an S-Pod that has all of our lights attached to it and our air compressor that resides underneath the passenger seat. In the center console area, we use a Midland MXT 275. It's a GMRS radio for trail communication. And then down below, we have our control for our long-range America auxiliary fuel tank. That's our 17-gallon auxiliary fuel tank that we can use while en route. If we get low on fuel, we can just click a button and it'll start pumping fuel over to our primary tank as we're going down the road or going down the trail. Inside of our center console, we use the Blue Ridge Overland Gear center console bags for storing things like our tuner, winch cables, or winch remote lead, and any other accessories that we normally find or get lost in our center console. And 3 of them fit perfectly in the center console, and we can still put our additional tray on top. Underneath our passenger seat, we have an ARB mount for an ARB twin air compressor. So it's mounted underneath, it's hooked up to the S-Pod, and then the outlet is in the rear of the Jeep beside the toolbox, so it's quick access to the air up kit or air down kit. And the footwell is an AEV jack base, so that we can still leverage our factory jack if we're on road and we need to change a spare tire. And then in the passenger side, we have a GoPro mount for recording trail rides, and then we have a Blue Ridge Overland Gear visor panel for keeping registration, some extra cash for like parking, and then we also have the pin mount for quick access to a pin. Underneath the hood, I'll do a quick walk through. On driver's side, we have our S-Pod that controls all of our lights and our air compressor. On the passenger side, we have our dual battery setup. We have the RedArc BC to DC 1225 in the back. We have a Noco shore power charger, and then we have our dual battery setup using our Odyssey batteries. That provides us about 65 amp hours a piece. Hope you enjoyed my Gladiator build out. If you'd like to follow along, you can follow me at Gobi_recon on Instagram or gobirecon.com.